What's up guys, it's Clifftongasium and I am back, and today I am bringing you a battle from the PO YouTube Tournament. This was a battle between DarkDiglett and bigXxXDUB. DarkDiglett's team is a Sun team featuring Ninetales, Venusaur, Darmanitan, Chansey, Skarmory and Latias. And bigXxXDUB's team, who I'm going to call Big Dub, his team was featuring Salamence, Skarmory, Reuniclus, Terrakion, Vaporeon and the Sableye. Obviously this is from the YouTube tournament, so as you remember the way that the YouTube tournament worked, everybody had a certain amount of points and you spent your points according to how you wanted to build your team, and the way that the points for the pokes were decided is on their usage stats. So obviously this being the quarterfinals, the big pokes have been unlocked, the pokes such as Skarmory and Venusaur, Ninetales, Salamence and Terrakion, those top tier level pokes that cost the most amount of points were available at this time, and this is how these two guys decided to spend their points, and this is the battle that ensued. So DarkDiglett is going to lead off with his Darmanitan and Big Dub is going to lead off with his Skarmory. Now DarkDiglett's just going to U-turn, he's not going to play anything simple, doesn't want to Flare Blitz here and then just get like Brave Birded to death by this Skarm, doesn't want to risk anything, and will go and get his Sun set up as quickly as possible, because it will be nice to have his weather now and be able to go into his Venusaur at any time and scare Big Dub off a little bit. And he will sub on the switch and get Toxic off on this Vaporeon, which is a very nice thing for the Ninetales. This Toxic sub stalling Ninetales Toxicing Vaporeon, which won't get the hydration to get rid of its status, is a good thing. The Skarmory has set up one layer of spikes and that Scald crits. I mean obviously he's firing off the Skulls just to try and get a Scald burn, just to get rid of the Skarmory sturdy. He sees this and goes into his Latias on Big Dub switch into his Sableye. Now this isn't really a good situation here for DarkDiglett because he can't set up his Carmine, so he will go into his Darmanitan, and he feels fairly confident here that on the taunt he can just go for a Flare Blitz and nothing's really going to want to take two of these. Big Dub goes into the Vaporeon and the first one does 48%, and that takes it down over halfway because of obviously the layer of spikes and the Toxic from before. That means the second one will kill and the Vaporeon will go down. So that's first blood to DarkDiglett, but now Big Dub's going to take this opportunity to go into his Salamence and just outrage and get that Moxie boost. Obviously DarkDiglett knew that maybe he thought that he could outspeed the Salamence, or I don't know, maybe he just wanted to sack the Darmanitan, but the Salamence is now locked into the outrage on the Skarm switch. DarkDiglett knows the Skarm will live an outrage and just roost up anyway, and the third outrage comes on the Skarm and he will just take the roost again and just get back his sturdy, because the Salamence won't be doing anything to Skarmory anyway, so why not go to 100% and then take the opportunity to set up a second layer of spikes on the switch. Then on this double switch back into Salamence, he will manage to get his third layer of spikes up, knows that a Fire Blast is probably coming and will switch out into his Chansey, because Chansey can take Fire Blasts for days, and the Chansey will take the opportunity just to set up another layer of entry hazards, being the Stealth Rocks on this Reuniclus switch. But Reuniclus is a scary poke for DarkDiglett, because on his switch into the Latias, the Reuniclus will go for a Calm Mind, and DarkDiglett is kind of fearing this here because Calm Mind in Reuniclus is scary to his team, because him building up the special defense will kind of shut down the Venusaur, and then on the Latias's Calm Mind, Reuniclus goes for the Shadow Ball and pulls the crit, which does matter, that crit, but what can you really do? He sends in his Ninetales and goes for a sub, as the Psychic breaks the substitute and then just goes for a Flamethrower to sack the Ninetales. Obviously feeling that the Ninetales isn't that useful anymore, and if he's going to get rid of the Reuniclus, he's going to have to do it this way. The Psychic won't even do 40% to the Skarmory, and the Reuniclus will just be phased out, and he does phase the Reuniclus out into the Terrakion, which because of them entry hazards will take a fairly big chunk of damage, but he doesn't want to stick around. He's going to switch out into his Skarmory on DarkDiglett's Skarmory's roost back up to 100%, regaining his sturdy again. And all is looking good because his Skarmory outspeeds the other Skarmory as both Skarmorys go for a Whirlwind. He Whirlwinds Big Dub back into the Salamence and feels pretty safe just going for a Roost to see how much the Fire Blast would do. And as Big Dub switches back out into the Terrakion, DarkDiglett will go for the Whirlwind and phase him back out into the Salamence. And is fairly confident that the Fire Blast obviously will take it down to his Sturdy, and the Brave Bird almost kills the Skarmory, will go down to the recoil though. Now the Venusaur has come in. Because of the Chlorophyll boost, the Venusaur will be quicker than the Salamence and take it out with a Sludge Bomb, and now this Venusaur is pretty much free to sweep through Big Dub's team. If Big Dub can call the prediction right here, he goes for a Will-O-Wisp, but DarkDiglett actually goes for the Growth, making this Venusaur even scarier, and Big Dub kind of messed up there. If he'd have gone for the taunt on the first turn instead of going for the taunt on this turn, then that Venusaur wouldn't have been able to set up a Growth, and the Venusaur would probably not have been able to sweep through the rest of his team. It obviously has the potential now because it's got the ×2 special attack. The Sun is up, which means the HP Fire that he's going to go for here is Sun boosted, and the Solar Beam will only take one turn to charge. The Uniclus comes in and we'll just go down to the Solar Beam, which now only leaves the Terrakion. It won't outspeed the Venusaur, so the Venusaur will just be able to take it out with the Solar Beam, and that will be good game. DarkDiglett will go through to the semi-finals and Big Dub is out. Obviously this tournament has already happened and finished, but this was the game for the quarterfinals. DarkDiglett won this game, but Big Dub did play well. If he'd have gone for the taunt when that Venusaur came in instead of going for the Will-O-Wisp, then it would have been a lot better for him, just because Venusaur with no boosts isn't as good as Venusaur with ×2 special attack, for obvious reasons, ×2 special attack being a lot better than no boosts. I mean, that's obvious enough. Anyway guys, I've been Clifftongasium. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.